the other thing one should do is explain it differently. And I've found with Ice on Fire, we got a lot of traction. And what's working in terms of messaging is the drawdown message, is the carbon up, carbon down. So why is that interesting? I mean, yes, climate is complex. It's changing all the time. We know that. However, overall, in all the nuances of climate, it's carbon up, carbon down. We live within a band of carbon in the atmosphere that wavers, but obviously it's shooting way beyond its frame. So people don't quite get that. We've been talking about greenhouse gas emissions. We've been talking a lot about emissions, but we don't really talk about how it comes down again. We've only been talking about how it goes up. And so this idea that it's a cycle, which of course we're taught in school, but that hasn't been this at the head of the spear of the climate messaging. What I'm finding with Ice on Fire is that it's gotten a lot of traction because we've explained the cycle a little better. I mean, more, not better. Let's not say better. Let's just say that was our focus. So for example, why is that important? Because that gives people something to do. Because when you're just talking about emissions, you're talking about, governmental level, electricity grids. They're dealing with coal or, nukes or whatever it is, hopefully renewables. But when you're talking about carbon sequestration and pulling it out of the sky, you're talking about tree planting, which a lot of people can get. You're talking about changing the way we grow food, organic farming, soil, biochar, kelp planting. I mean, you're talking now about, you're gauging a lot more people. And so that's, I think, where we need to head in terms of the messaging, because you really engage a lot of people with the drawdown message. Now, whether you want to call it drawdown or whatever else, it doesn't matter, but it's the idea that, yes, we can actually pull it out of the sky and put it back in the ground. Nature does it, and we really need to focus on that. Of course, now we focus in Ice on Fire on the direct air capture machines made out of existing parts. Yes, tech has a role to play. There's also, I know, a lot of biomimetic, new visionary innovations where you're passively pulling carbon out of the sky. So that's kind of like, I explain it to people, not, you don't need to explain it, but other people, that it's like bailing out a sinking ship with buckets. You got to just get it out of the sky. You've got legacy carbon and current carbon.